as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Rams. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Check. 50.
Check. 52's the mic.
It's out wide to Taylor. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Day.
Here's a second and 5 now from the 25.
50.
They'll run here to the former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Ready. Red 80.
Going 58's the mic.
Rabbit. Omaha, ready, blue.
Watch the ass.
Monday.
Kill.
What do you have?
Fake the give. Now Scott going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Deuce.
Working from beyond. Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Go.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Here's Wentz to throw.
I got you, boy.
And he finds Spencer Ware complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Check. 59.
They face a third and 4
up, defense.
after that last completion gets them 6.
Now
Wentz, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. Two jet.
59's mark.
What's that?
I got it. It's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot.
180.
And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there.
Check.
This one's going the other way.
Now Bell And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. Blue 60.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get.
What are you hot? Sit on.
To throw is Stafford. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We call that a
the
sack
there by Trent Murphy.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now
Let's get this.
looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine a head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's
Good
taken
work,
down
boys. Let's
right
go.
at the 20.
Let's go.
Here we go.
The
Pac-Man.
Raven
20.
offense set at the line
Black,
for
black,
this
come on.
next drive. And
61,
Charles, if the
match
season
box,
ended
lights.
today, and it's not going to, we
Check
still
hot
have
route.
December.
Yeah, more football.
Wait, son.
But they will be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're
Here we
trying
go,
to
here we
bump
go.
up to be one of those division
Wait.
leaders.
That guarantees you at least
hey,
one
hey.
home
We got
game
three,
in the
we got three.
playoffs,
Three
and that's
down,
what
three
you're
down.
really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them
That's it,
out of
baby.
the playoffs.
That's it.
So they've
That's
got to
it.
make sure they
Big
continue to
hit.
keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Check
And it
59.
looks like we've got a
Mike.
dime
Mike
set
is
here
59.
defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to
Kill.
From the gun, it's
59.
Wentz.
Check pass.
And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough
Get ready.
for the
Get ready.
first.
Get ready.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here, shit.
Over. Roy.
I'm bringing it. What's your touch?
59.
Shotgun now to
You
Wentz.
can't block me. You
He's
can't
got
block
it.
me.
This is where.
You can't block
And
me.
they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
20.
It's a
Go,
pickup
let's do
of
this.
11 and a
Check
Baltimore
24.
first
Check
down.
24.
Let's go. Great. What's your touch?
On first down, Wentz. That's caught by Ware. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go.
Wentz now,
20.
after the
Check,
pick on the
check,
last
59.
drive, 3 for
Sunday,
3 to
Sunday.
start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home,
There
we
and
go,
they'll
Pac-Man.
stop him behind the
20.
line. That'll be a
Man,
loss
Kill.
of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Touch.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be
You don't
left with
want
a
no-
Here we
3rd
go.
down and about
20.
9 to go.
Me.
Now play
Tight end
number
left,
7
tight
of
end
this
left.
drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Gold. Hey, 74.
Check 59. Mike.
Hey, Echo.
Mike to 59.
What's that?
Man, I
Now
got
Wentz. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Go.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth, they're going to try a second time.
Hey, high 7.
All day. Where's 52? 52. 52's the mic. Man, I got you.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. Complete. He finds Braid. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Wentz going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Here we go.
6 yards there on the keeper at second down.
57.
Crunch.
Second down, it's Pollard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Mike's 5'9".
Let's go, defense. He caught it about the 5. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. One receiver left is Hilton.
59. I got you, son.
Here we go.
Throwing is Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's right. We can't be stopped.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Go. Watch the shift. Hey.
On the ground with Bell. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line.
They don't want it, fellas.
Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Hard, fellas, all day.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing
58,
often
Mike.
alters the spacing and run plays. These creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. Just how fast for safety close to make that play. Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Watch the twist. Switch. 25.
25. We ain't giving a god.
And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
General
And
West.
it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey already? Not the one that you're throwing it to. Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Hey, 180.
52.
Watch the backer.
Switch.
Going on first is Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Hang in
So
there
now
now. Hang in there
second
now.
and 10 after the incompletion
check.
on first
He's coming,
down.
he's coming, he's coming.
Hey, stash, stash.
Double up. Check.
What's that?
Check.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Here we go, here we go.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one
Sunday,
there.
Sunday.
3 down.
36.
80 weapon. Wait, son.
Now waits on third down. And that will be incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Here we go, black man.
Tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. Here we go on fourth down with the Reds. And he's got his man Hilton. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
Here we go,
This
here we go.
offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Double up, double up, double up.
Wentz now to throw. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Spencer Ware, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is good, and it makes it a 9-3 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Man,
and to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear. It's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what are we going to do? And then the players and the coaching staff right now,
52's the mic, boy.
can
52.
they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
Apparently, they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Mike 52.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority.
Stafford now to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes.
They can't stop
back at
us,
the
baby.
8-yard
Every
line.
time it's a sack.
Samson
Come on,
Abukum
fellas.
in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
Baby.
And the
Let's
Ravens
go.
set up well
Let's
to begin
go.
their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Mike the 59. Check.
The throw is Wentz. finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Watch right there. Watch
4
right
yards
there.
on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Yeah.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
For Tokyo!
To throw, it's Wentz. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here.
Check.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Pick, baby, all day.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
21.
He's helping his team in a huge way.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll start the drive with a catch on goal. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Alan Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Get him, boys.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime. Yeah, that's intercepted. It's the all-pro corner, Stephon Gilmore. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Great job, man. Keep getting those touchdowns.
Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
Yeah, baby.
A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
He's coming,
what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Go.
Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups.
Check.
Kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Switch.
Hey,
2 yards,
empty.
good enough for a
Empty.
first.
Down. Odd.
For Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go. 180.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Hey, here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 4 yards of the completion, and it sets up a third down.
This thing ain't over.
Sunday.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
List 5-7. Great. List 5-7.
Bang.
Working from the gun, Wentz.
Rush in.
And he finds McLaurin. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hold now even they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down in the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement.
Let's go.
Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Hey,
Zero.
Alert 3.
Going to Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field.
Easy, alert.
Let's get off the field.
Here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. here for the 38. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
Keep
and
playing
the
hard.
offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Slam,
They had the
slam,
double-digit
slam.
lead at halftime, and they have
Look at that.
continued to they're ready to stop right now.
What we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And
Go.
whatever the
120.
adjustments are the defense has made hasn't slowed
Mike,
them,
Mike,
hasn't
check,
phased them at
59.
all.
Great
They either
15,
anticipated
great
them
15.
or they've been so far ahead that they just can't
X3.
catch up.
Now it's just a
218, chopper.
search to add to the lead.
SOS. Hey, switch gears.
357.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's third down. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Now they face a
Waiting.
third down
Check,
and 4
59.
after that
I
incompletion
got
on
it.
second
Tyson.
down.
Out.
From the game, it's Wentz. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Let's go. Interception,
Just a
baby.
little
Let's
bit of a
go.
rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that
Set,
nature.
lady.
I'm also wondering,
Go on.
is he getting
Come on,
fooled by what he's
59.
seeing on defense? As the
Check
scouting
13.
report changed, is it showing things different than what he expected? The second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guy.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Lady.
So the
32.
big play means just like that,
6-6,
they'll operate
pull
from
it
the
high.
red zone now
50,
on
50.
first down.
Jam.
Hey, give me radar. What do you have?
Now Stafford. Spinning away. Caught here by Bell.
Yeah, running on
And
me.
he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40
Come on
yards
now,
of
let's
movement
go.
with those last 2 plays.
We always talk about having to read defenses, and
Lady.
how complicated that
Mike,
is.
58, right there.
Well, this was an excellent read.
chance.
Zebra.
Read the pressure
Hey, watch this,
and got
watch
rid
this.
of the next game.
Blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good
Lady.
matchup for him.
58's the mic.
Another
Watch
shot
QB
from the
drop.
9 on second and
Watch
goal.
QB drop. Check.
Big 20.
Fresno.
They'll give this to him running right. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Tough first
I know
half
you
for him,
feel
unable
that.
to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
58's the
Gotta
mic.
figure this is one they need here on third and goal. There's Stafford.
Kill.
A heavy rush, and down he goes. Samson Abukum in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it
Omaha,
on
ready, move.
fourth. Here we go on fourth. Stafford. And he's got it. They get the completion, but cannot push
Let's go,
forward
baby.
into the
Let's
end
go.
zone, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this? Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's a touchdown.
I got you,
Easy
boy.
now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, fellas.
Come on, come up to 6.
A lot of points.
He goes,
The
set.
LA
Blue
offense
60.
ready to go
the
for
mic.
their next drive.
Double right.
Defense. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Look at him.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Get him,
Sam
boys.
Hubbard
Yeah,
able to
that's how
record
we
his
do, Chief.
5th sack of the season.
Ready.
Pass
Number
protection has
20.
been a problem
You don't
all
want
night
nothing, baby.
long
You don't
as they
want
come
nothing.
up facing
Hey, you
second
don't
and a
want to
bundle.
see me. You don't want it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run past.
Hey, running on me.
They'll get it out quickly to Kirkwood. And he'll be brought
Yeah.
down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The
Set.
Rams on
180.
3rd down,
52.
as bad as you
52's the
can
mic.
be. 0
I'm
for
coming
7
after you.
thus far.
I'm coming
This
after
is
you.
3rd and 9.
No, Mike.
Out of the gun. Stafford. Open man
one.
is Taylor. He's got it. And they get him down, but
Set.
not before he
Blue
takes
50.
it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup,
Hey, Mike,
17
52.
yards, and also a first down. Ebron with it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Yellow 20.
6 yards was the pickup on the
check,
last
check.
completion,
20.
so here's
Safe,
2nd
safe.
and 4.
20 high.
Again, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson
coming back.
Abukum in
I'm
there for
coming
sack
back.
number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. The
Set.
Rams
Red
on
80.
3rd down.
40 got.
Just one
40
conversion
got.
in 8
defense.
tries.
Hey,
Not
defense,
good.
let's go.
This is 3rd down and 12. Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he's been
180.
sacked a number of times.
Three
He
bunts,
had
three
an
bunts, three
interception,
bunts.
so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Omaha. Ready, blue. Hey, 50. Get on.
On 4th down, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 180.
59. Mike the 59. Push him back.
Wait, good.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right
Here we
around
go.
the
Here we go.
43.
180.
Watch.
6
Lefty,
yards
lefty.
was the
The
pickup
twins.
on the
The
last
great 57.
completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now
Mike's
they
59.
face a third
Mike's
down and
59.
4 after that incompletion on second down.
Danny.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And
Pick
a
six,
big
baby.
turnover
Let's get
there
this
as his
all
guys
day.
will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
50.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Bell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
He goes, set! Lady!
Going 58's the mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Hey, 5-0!
He's checking. Crash, crash.
Ready, hot.
Outside
And
coming.
he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Lady,
Samson Abuka
alert!
with sack
Single,
number
single,
23
single.
on the
Look
year.
at
Michael Strahan's 22.5. Congratulations. Ochena
I'm gonna hit
Nwosu.
you
And an
all
utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line.
Come on now.
Suddenly
Come
it's
on now.
1st
Let's
and
go.
goal after the interception.
I know
A
he ain't
quick
got
change in the situation.
Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
Lady!
That sends him 2 yards in the
Alert,
wrong
alert.
direction.
Three
And
down,
leads to
three
2nd
down.
down. 2nd down and goal. Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Matt
That's what I'm talking
Judon.
about.
He's the
Sacks
one to get him,
all
and that
day,
is
baby.
sack number
Go
7
ahead, take a
for
seat.
him on the
You
year.
can't stop me.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing his Wentz. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
You got him.
Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down.
Here we go, here we
No
go.
movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go
Rip 5-2,
here on
out here.
4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back
You see
around
me?
the 8.
You see
Solomon
me?
Thomas.
They can't
and this
stop me
Rams
out here.
defense comes up with a goal line stand. The LA offense ready to go for their next
Focus,
drive.
defense,
And
focus.
this offense last time turned it over. That 4-on-4 didn't get it. They're lucky there's no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go Jets.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line.
Boom.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Set, lady.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
That's where you belong.
As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
22.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Tighten up.
Come on, Omaha. Ready, move. Ready, hot.
To Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And all week long he vowed to take that number down, told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up, I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right, he talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Now rebounding right here.
Over here.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Here we go. 180.
That first down completion only netted him 3.
Hey, other side, solid.
Second and 7. Now Wentz. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Williams. On the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. They try to put together something here at the end to take in the next one.
And sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right?
Don't be mad.
And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can go back and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
I'm going to hit you all day,
Officially,
baby.
it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He goes, set, 180.
Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
What's the good?
Shit. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Ravens, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.